Welcome to Positive Talk Daily. My name is Mr. Positive. Today on Positive Talk Daily, we're talking about social media scams. And there's a lot of social media scams going on. Now, that doesn't mean that, using social media is necessarily a bad thing. You just got to take steps to know what to look for, the red flags for social media scams. And there's a lot of them out there. We're going to go over a few today here on Positive Talk Daily and tell you how to protect yourself from a social media scam. Again, please subscribe to our YouTube page at Mr. Positive Live. Click on the bell icon, get notified when we post new videos, or go live. Again, social media scams. Now, you're maybe someone out there who uses Facebook, Instagram. You might use WhatsApp. You may be someone using TikTok. That's still considered a social media app. X, formerly known as Twitter. That's also a website that is considered a social media application. You gotta know what to look for. And today on Positive Talk Daily, I want to help you know what to look for in a social media scam. Okay. Now, millions of con artists and scammers know that millions beyond millions of people use social media applications, especially Facebook. Facebook is probably one of the oldest social media groups in the world. Facebook's been around since 2005. Okay, started out as a program, or it was started out as a website that was used for college students to gather information and to talk to each other, and it turned into a social media icon. Nowadays, it's TikTok that's become kind of the social media drama queen, as we should say. But these scammers mostly target people on Facebook and Instagram. Now, all social media accounts, YouTube is still considered social media as well. Starting off with Facebook, we're gonna name off 5 scams to watch out for. Okay. Now, let's say you're fairly new to Facebook. Maybe you've only had an account for a couple of years. Not everybody is on Facebook. Let's say, you've been on Facebook since the beginning of Facebook's been out. Maybe you've been there a few years. Point is, we all have friends that we have added on our Facebook pages. We all chat with one another. But sometimes people's Facebook accounts can be hacked. And they can get hacked multiple ways. Sometimes it can be due to weak passwords. It can be due to someone using a program to hack Facebook. It can be done through phishing links and stuff like that. It can actually get hacked through IP address. Someone could hack your computer, and then once they get information from your computer, they can then just get your information based off a computer that was hacked, or even a smartphone. So this can happen to a lot of people, so you got to know what to do. I would always say, and this is number 5, people getting hacked, their Facebook accounts being hacked. And then once a scammer takes control of your Facebook, they're able to message people on your friends list. And once they can do that, they can get information. They can pretend to be you. They can always message people saying I'm in trouble, try to grab money from people, this kind of thing. You see it all the time. I one time got a message from a person who I thought was a family member, but I could tell based on the spelling it wasn't them. And my family member is hardly ever on Facebook, so I knew it was a little bit strange the way they were spelling, a lot of misgrammar issues, and things like that. And that's why I said number 5 is hacking. Someone hacking your Facebook account. And it happens all the time. People are very smart, and people get pretty desperate, and they want money, so they go and they either make fake accounts, or they go and hack your account. Especially in 2025, it's really, really tough to stop someone from hacking. So, ways to avoid having your account compromised or hacked: make very strong passwords. Use numbers, characters, things like that. Use certain characters that can help identify your Facebook account, and change your passwords every month. every 30 days, create a new password. If you have to write it down on a piece of paper so you can remember it, then do that. I've had it happen a couple of times where I forgot my password, so I had to reset it. I had to keep resetting it. So, and the same thing goes with YouTube. I know a lot of people whose YouTube accounts have been hacked. So, you got to be very careful. People today are very smart, and they can send phishing links to an email. You may click on that, and a lot of times, one of the biggest reasons people get hacked or their Facebook account gets compromised is because they're sent a phishing link. Now they're targeting through text messages, but they may send you a link on Facebook Messenger. They may even send you a link through your email that is linked to your Facebook. And it may look like a legit Facebook email. Maybe it may look like a legit email coming from Facebook itself, saying, hey, we need you to reset your password or your account will be closed. I've seen this happen because they tried to do it to me. So never fall for an email that's coming through that looks like it claims to be from Facebook. Always second guess. Sometimes Facebook will send you information, but check the domain of the email in the information below. So just look out for that. Poor grammar. If you're checking through email, if you see an email, delete it. Don't click on any links. I mean, if you click on the link that goes to the email in your email inbox, if you click on it, just don't click on any links. If you see it, report it as spam, and Google will delete if you're using that, or Hotmail or AOL, whatever email services, Yahoo, you might use. Okay, so just look out for that. Poor grammar, things like that. Social media scams are one of the hardest ones to track down, so you got to know what to do. Number four, worst issue with people's Facebook accounts with social media, we're talking about Facebook first, is number four, is people tend to fall for pretending to be a family member's scam. Okay, it could be a family member, a friend. It's someone out there posing to be your family member or a friend or someone you might know closely. A lot of times if you get a duplicate, if you get someone who you already have added to your Facebook, let's say you already have this family member added and all of a sudden they have a new account all of a sudden trying to add you. Be very cautious before adding just anybody to your Facebook. If you've already got a person, that person's already added, maybe message the account that you already have added. Say, hey, did you make a second account? Always double check. Never add them immediately. You do see this a lot where family members or just people in general will fall for a friend that they've known a long time, and maybe they think they've made a new account, and all of a sudden they're adding them again. This happens a lot. Con artists will go through your friends list. If you don't have privacy settings turned on, con artists are going to go right on there, and they're going to be able to see all your friends in your friends list, and they're going to be able to steal those photos, and easily they can screenshot them and then crop the pictures and make their own account. And Facebook really doesn't have very good settings where, you have privacy settings, but when it comes to making new accounts, people use bot accounts, and they use certain software where they can make multiple bot accounts. So, it's really hard to track because scammers are just going to keep doing it. So the best thing to do is never add anybody you don't know. And a thing to look out for is turn on your privacy settings. Have certain settings so it's only for people that you have added on your account. It's not just people getting targeted, but businesses. This is number 3. Businesses get targeted on Facebook because they have Facebook pages and stuff like that, and they'll get messages from people claiming to be from an organization or something like that where they want to try out products or something. And, even businesses are getting scammed. So if you're a business out there, be very careful with con artists trying to steal stuff. This is a big deal. We've seen multi-million-dollar companies getting targeted in scams, not just people in general, businesses, organizations losing thousands of millions of dollars yearly just based on con artists, scammers doing social media scams. Number two, it's dating dating. Facebook dating. A lot of you out there use Facebook dating. Maybe using some of these dating pages. There's things that are on Facebook that's kind of like it's kind of like Facebook dating, but it's actually like a group of people that have accounts, and it's like it is a group, and it's people that are single and they're looking to meet people. But a lot of times, a lot of these are scams. Even the group itself are a bunch of scammers who are building this homepage, or this group of page is all con artists and scammers, and they're stealing photos from all over the world, women from all over the world. So this is one of the top scams to look out for in 2025, honestly, on Facebook, is a dating scam. It's also on Facebook it's more on Facebook dating, but it's also these con artists creating their own groups and getting people to join it. And there are legit people trying to join these groups, meaning Filipinas, Nigerians, U.S. citizens falling victim. So you just got to be careful. UK citizens. You just go to Facebook groups, type in dating groups, and you're going to see tons of them pop up. There's hundreds of thousands of these groups, and some of them are fake. Some of them are all fake, 85-90% fake accounts. This was all put together and organized by a con artist or a scammer just to make money and to steal money. So you do have to be careful. One way you can tell if it's a scam, let's say you want to join a group, I always say don't join these types of groups. If you're a single man out there or a single woman, don't go through a Facebook group to meet women. Or if you're a woman meeting a man, don't go through these groups, because you don't know what kind of information these groups are taking from your account. Because sometimes these groups, you have to be accepted into the groups. And they're ran by con artists. They're actually ran by a criminal organization or somebody, crime boss or whatever, that are looking to steal money from people. And this is one of the things you're seeing a lot of. So you got to be very careful. If you're using dating apps, use legit dating apps. Don't go through Facebook groups to meet people, okay? Especially if it looks a little too good to be true, if their grammar's off, if they're trying to get you off the app onto, say, WhatsApp, Telegram, any of these third-party applications, get off there immediately. These types of scams are very common in 2025. Tens of millions of people losing money yearly, and you don't want to be one of those victims, so be very, very careful. Number two, reason what to avoid on an online scam, especially on social media, the grandparent scam. This is a big one. It's hitting Facebook pretty hard as well. A lot of elderly people use Facebook as well, but they're targeted on Facebook Messenger. And they'll be targeted by someone pretending to be a niece, a nephew, a grandkid, a grandchild, and they're going to message you, and they're going to go after you, because elderly people and older people in general don't use social media as much. It's not that they're not as smart, they're just not doing things that way. They do things the old-fashioned way. So they're not like us 20, 30, and 40-somethings who are on on social media constantly. We spend some of us spend our whole day on social media. So, it's just kind of one of those sad things you need to look at. It's a sad reality. If you're someone who's fallen victim to a grandparent scam, they're finding new ways to target people. Always make sure you've got, your privacy settings turned on. If anybody's randomly messaging you, there are ways you can filter the messages on Facebook Messenger. It can go to a junk file. Just don't accept messages from anyone you don't know. Even if it looks like you might know them, watch some of these videos on YouTube. I always say, if you're an older person and you're a bit gullible, check out some of these scam baiters have gone after some of these scammers, because they have a lot of knowledge on how you can protect yourself from falling victim to a grandparent scam. It's not just targeting people through phones. They do it through Messenger, stealing maybe your family's photos, creating fake accounts, and making it look like they're really, or those people's accounts were hacked. Number one Facebook scam in social media to watch out for in 2025 is it's basically ransom, blackmail scams. You see these a lot on Facebook too. Ransom scams are pretty common. Someone will message you pretending to be from the government, criminal, not so much criminal organization. They'll say they're from the DEA. They'll pretend to be from the government agency or something like that, and they try to claim that you owe money or you've done something wrong. These are scams you need to watch out for. They'll claim to be from the government, and you need to send them an iTunes gift card or Apple gift card or Steam gift card. Anybody claiming they need you need to pay a deposit on something. There's also another scam that's similar to this. There's also a lottery sweepstakes scam where you have someone messaging you claiming that you won a lottery, but you have to send them like $200 or something to an Apple gift card or something. There's also one that's going around where they claim, hey, I can send you money. Do you need money? This one happens quite a bit as well. So watch out for that. Again, if you have your security settings on your Facebook turned up, you will not have to deal with these types of scams. Now we're going to get into the Instagram scams now. Instagram is also widely used across the world, in every country worldwide. How do you defend yourself from an Instagram scam? Top 5 reasons and the red flags to look out for. Number 5 in Instagram scams. Celebrity scams. Same as Facebook, but Instagram is even taking that a step further. These scammers are taking this scam a step further by claiming to have a blue check mark, by claiming that they're stealing photos, stealing celebrities' videos. Scammers can steal video. And I've had this happen to me a lot. Danica McKellar scams. I've had someone just pretending to be Christina Lacken, which is an actress. Alicia Silverstone, because these are people I follow. So everyone, once this person's following you, they can see who's on your friends list. Or in Instagram, they can see who you follow and who follows you. You have to turn on your privacy settings. Same as Facebook, same as Instagram. The celebrity scam is probably the biggest one, where they claim that you have to join a specific club to talk to them, and you need to send them money. A lot of times they may send you a message out of the blue. So just have your privacy settings turned on. This way you're not getting targeted for an Instagram scam. So number 5 is a celebrity Instagram scam. And I see this one more than anything. And you see tons and tons of people really believing that a rock star's talking to them or some sort of celebrity. Here's one way. Here are some ways to tell that these are fake. Number 1 way you can tell a celebrity account is fake is by the number of followers. Okay, if they've only got like 100 followers, then it's probably a scam. If it claims it's an official page, but I just don't use my real page, that's another red flag. Poor grammar, number 3. If their grammar is terrible when you're chatting with them, you can tell. If there's very few photos and stuff like that, and if they don't have a verified blue check mark, it's probably not the real account. Okay, and there are ways right now where scammers are finding ways to duplicate the blue check mark, and people are falling for it. So be very careful for deep fake photos. Scammers now are using new technology with AI, using deep fakes, cloning voices, so it looks like the legit thing, so be very careful. Number 4 scam to watch out for on Instagram is companies saying that they are trying to find supermodels. You may have a company claiming that they have products they want you to test, and you have to send them upfront money. You see this a lot, so you got to be very careful for fake organizations, businesses that claim they are the business, saying they want you to try products. They'll message people out of the blue, and it's technically a scam. Number 3 scam to watch out for on Instagram is the cryptocurrency scams. You may get a random message from a beautiful Asian woman. It could be someone from France. It could be someone from the United States. These people will usually have photos that they're in exotic locations, that they do a lot of traveling. The red flags on this scam is the photos. Starts off with the photos. Usually, a lot of times when this scam first started out, they used a lot of Asian photos, a lot of Asian supermodels, and over the years they've been able to rip off other using Filipino photos, using Americans, and claiming that they are investment bankers. They will claim that they're investing in a Bitcoin. That they invest. The red flags to look for is a direct message to you. You won't message them first; they will message you first. They may even like your photos. A lot of times they'll try to get your attention by liking photos. I notice that a lot. Or they'll even comment in photos as well. A lot of these are scammers that are out of Dubai. They're in call centers in Asian countries. These people are hired because they don't have much work there, so they go to work for these con bosses, and they will, they will pretend to be a woman. Some of these scammers are getting so good at this that they're actually hiring real models. They're actually hiring real models to message victims. And after people see this, this is why this scam is so good, is because these scammers are getting these actresses or models that they have hired on like speed dial, and they message the victims with a script, and they'll actually video chat with them, and it's the real girl too, and they'll claim, hey, let's chat sometime, let's do this, let's do that. And that's how it starts, because then the guy really thinks they're chatting with that person in the photo. When it comes to find out, you chat with that girl once, and that's pretty much it. And then the call center takes over the conversation using ChatGPT and things like that. This is called the pig butchering scam, and this is happening on Instagram and Facebook. And not just dating apps, but really Instagram too. And they're targeting people through emails. So be very careful. You're getting random messages from a beautiful, exotic woman. Maybe a guy, maybe a woman maybe it's the opposite. So just know what to look for. If they say they're an investment banker, if they want you to go from, say, Instagram to WhatsApp or Telegram, it's another red flag as well. If they're trying to, at first they're going to make it seem like it's a real deal and stuff like that. Now, there are other ways to tell from these Bitcoin scams. Always ask them if they like to read books. Let's say you do get into the conversation and you want to fish with them a little bit to see what's going on. And I always try to, I fuck with them. I love fucking with these scammers because they're easy to figure out. And you want to ask them, do you read books? And if they say they read books, and they say that they read books on business and Bitcoin or growing business, anything with investment, anything with Bitcoin, anything with running a TikTok store, anything about trying to create a business, anyone that claims that they travel around the world, even if you've chatted with a girl that looks just like that in the video, after they do that, you're literally talking to someone at a call center, and you need to don't fall victim to the Bitcoin scam, the cryptocurrency scam, because they're going to claim that they messaged you out of the blue or something. Any one of those things. If they claim that they are overseas, they work in investment, they are working at a bank, anything with investment, it's a red flag. Block them immediately. Because nobody out of their right mind is going to message you on Instagram just targeting you, because it's going to lead to you losing tens of thousands of dollars. And they use these actresses, models. I've done it. I've gone after a few of them. And we were able to send them viruses, actually, and shut them right down. So you got to be very careful. These are people that are they claim that they're really good at what they do. These are con artists, and they hire these supermodels. They have them on speed dial. Hey, can you chat with our next victim? And that's what they do. And then it sucks the people in, the guy sucks the men in, or even the woman, thinking that they're really chatting with that person. So, and with AI, the way it is now, with deep fakes and voices, you got to be very careful. Number 2 scam to watch out for on Instagram is going to be people stealing your photos, stealing your images, and claiming that they're going to try to use your account. Your account getting hacked is number two. Because we see a lot of people's accounts getting hacked, similar to Facebook, but more on Instagram, really. So always change your settings on your Instagram page. And number one, if it's too good to be true, it's probably too good to be true. Always change your password every month, every 30 days. Do not fall victim to a social media scam. For Mr. Positive Live, I'm Mr. Positive. More great videos coming.